매번 야야야야야 불러 널 야야야야 내 맘을 고백하려고 타이밍만 보는 나 그런 나를 넌 보며 왜 그러냐고 묻네 너 때문에.
The morning was wrapped in quiet sunlight. Soft rays poured through the half-drawn curtains, painting slow gold across the sheets tangled around the two bodies that refused to leave each other's arms. Jungkook was still half asleep, his hand resting loosely over your waist, his breath even and calm against the back of your neck. You shifted a little, feeling the familiar weight of his arm pull you back him out automatically. The way it always did, like his body had learned that home was anywhere you were. For a while you did not move. It had been 2 years of marriage, 2 years of slow mornings like this, of learning each other's smallest comforts and quiet moods. You had both come a long way from awkward beginnings of your arranged marriage. What had started as a polite care had turned into something soft and deep. You smiled faintly. It still clings like it's the first morning after your wedding. He finally opened his eyes, hair a mess, smile lazy but affectionate. The way he looked at you, sleepy yet full of that quiet adoration, made your chest tighten every time. You ended up staying like a little longer than planned, his finger traced lazy patterns drawn on your arm. By the time you both went downstairs, the house had already begun to hum with the soft sound of family life. Soft clings from the kitchen, your mother-in-law calling out for breakfast, a voice you did not immediately recognize, greeting everyone with easy laughter. That's when Jungkook's uncle arrived. He was one of those relatives who would fill a room with his voice alone, carrying stories of the past and jokes that made everyone smile. He had always been close to the family, someone everyone spoke fondly of. You had met him a few times before, always briefly. You smiled politely, helping your mother-in-law bring out breakfast. Jungkook was beside you, stealing small glances as it took the plates from your hands. He laughed, and his uncle joined in from the table, teasing him how web he was. The atmosphere stayed cheerful throughout the breakfast, laughter bouncing around the dining hall. But as the morning stretched into afternoon, something in you began to change. You could not quite place it. Maybe it was the way his uncle's compliment lingered too long about how you had grown more graceful, or how Jungkook was lucky. Maybe it was the tone the certain words carried. You brushed it off at first. Families could be teasing, you thought. It was probably nothing. Still, the discomfort did not leave. It lingered like a shadow under your ribs, silent but heavy. Every time you tried to convince yourself it was just your imagination, that shadow pressed a little harder. By the time evening came, you were tired, not from the course or conversation, but from pretending everything was fine. Jungkook was outside helping his father with something near the gate, and his uncle had stayed back inside talking to your mother-in-law. You busied yourself with small tasks, keeping distance, waiting for the day to end. But after dinner, that uneasy feeling clung to you. You excused yourself early and went upstairs to your room. The moment you closed the door behind you, your chest began to tighten. The quiet that used to feel peaceful suddenly felt too big.